Shrikant, sir, you're there? We are going live. We are already live, sir. Shrikant, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. We are already live. We have to start. We were waiting for you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible. Uh, so good. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Anjam Qureshi, and I welcome you all for Beyond Education, inspiring stories to inspire the world. Because we believe that the inspirational stories hold a very important place in our life. We all need a motivational force to keep our hopes alive and increase our productivity. This helps to improve the value system and we tend to become grounded. So today we have with us a very special guest, Srikant Mishra, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering from GIET University, Orissa. I welcome you, sir, for the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
So before starting, I would just like to introduce Shrikant sir. He is an electrical engineer with more than several years of experience in electrical distribution systems, design commissioning and project planning for power substations, skilled in P&ID development, electrical layout, equipment selection, detailed studies, project costing, testing of engineering equipment, preparation and review, site proposals, etc. And he also likes working on renewable energy system, like especially for the solar PV system testing and commissioning. So that's really a very challenging field in the field of electrical engineering. Yeah. Sir, sir, can you switch on your camera?
Actually, ma'am, some issues is there in my system, so camera may not work properly. And can it be
Okay.
managed with that?
Um, okay. There is a problem. We will have to manage, I think. Otherwise, if it is possible, you can. Okay, sir. So, sir, to start with, can you just tell something about yourself? Like something about your background, your hobbies, your family?
First of all, I'd like to thank you, everyone in this forum, to give me an opportunity to say a few words in about myself. As I've told most of the things about me, myself, Srikant Mishra, I have done my master's in power electronics and drives. Apart from that, as for the working experience, I have worked with several companies with distribution energy systems and transmission systems as well, up to 400 kb. I have worked. And then after I have worked with substation installation, and then after I have shifted to renewable energy system and renewable energy. Also, I have worked with many projects with solar system, solar installation, solar PV, and solar thermal as well. Uh, then I have joined with this GIT University as assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering. Along with the teaching, we are giving some kind of consultancy services in the field of renewable energy system in solar, as well as solar. In most of the recent projects we have done with the solar thermal system with water heating facilities for the rural management. rural peoples. And in my as for my family, we had three. It's me, my wife, and my 4 years daughter. So she's studying in LKG.
So that's great to know,
Thank you.
sir. So I would just like to first ask, sir, why did you choose electrical engineering for graduation?
Yeah, that's actually it's a very interesting story behind it. Uh, the moment I have because the moment I have done my BTech in 2002 2006. By that time, engineering was quite interesting for everyone. But during those period, people knowing about the engineering means only three things. One is electrical, another mechanical, and civil. Only three things were there. There was nothing like computer science and electronics. People's knowing about all these core branches only. And about my parents, what they thought that if I'll go for mechanical, I have to work for uh, industries where the lots of hazardous things are there, and civil means it is completely construction. Electrical is the field where uh, many things are there, like they can I can walk in cities, uh, and they are looking at the distribution systems and all, like electrical office and all, electrical grid. So as for them, it was quite interesting comparing to this one. And in my point of view also, since my childhood, I have a hobby like to do some electrical works in my house, like all kind of repairing things and all. I used to do in my house. So it is a kind of a hobby which make me to drag into this electrical field. So the moment we have started joining in that, so it makes me more interesting to do all sort of things in electrical engineering, and we have started discussing about the machines and all. So it makes me more interesting to go through this field.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful to know about your story behind choosing electrical engineering. And so, like, as you were saying that the period when you did engineering, it was only the core branches, the electrical, mechanical, and the civil, as you said. But I'm from Maharashtra, so here the scenario was little different. And during those days that you were talking about, like 2002 to 2006, here we required more marks. To enter into electronics and computers in our state. In fact, even now that is the condition. Even now, I mean, you
Yes,
will be
yes.
needing more marks to get into CSE and ECE. For the civil, mechanical, and electrical, you require less marks in our state. I don't know what
Yes,
why.
yes, yes. Yeah, that is what it is trend is going on right now.
Yeah.
Even in our university also, we are getting less attendance, less strength for these core branches, and more students are joining in this computer science and EC.
Yes.
Because of this market, like the construction and the production units are very less. And as for this, uh, it is happening in everywhere, right? Like the production units are very less, and they are producing. And this electronics, recently the new government has started investing on this electronics field. So we are hoping that in the coming years, this electrical and electronics fields are going to be boost up.
Yes, of course, that's going on nowadays, and especially after the lockdown, when people found that working in a software stream, you can work from home, and the persons who were working in the industry, they faced a lot of difficulties. So even there, somewhere the mindset has started changing, and the people are more drawn towards CSE and ECE branches nowadays. Well, there one more thing. Okay, you did your graduation in electrical engineering, and then why teaching profession, and why not any industries? Especially because after engineering, any branch you do engineering nowadays, it is a trend to go to software or the IT industry. So, but why did you choose a teaching profession?
In the teaching is the what is kind of frankly speaking, it is what a completely a novel profession. And this is in this field only we are getting a lots of scope for the research. So not only we are teaching the subject, but also we are doing lots of research in the field of electrical engineering. That is what the most important part. In industries, though we are doing some kind of we have R&D department and all, but the research is mainly happening in the universities only. We are now we are in the universities, but we have lots of tie up with different industries. They are coming to us for kind of knowledge sharing, like a kind of a collaborative research among industries and institutions. So that's why I have chosen, like it is a the from my childhood only I have a hobby like to teach, like in my classmates also during my BTech, I used to teach my friends. So that and most important part is by my family. Like in my family, 70% are belongs to this teaching field. Starting from my grandfather to my father and brother, everyone in the field of teaching only. So it is a kind of a teacher family.
So that's the reason for you to go into teaching profession. And you are actually inspired by your family. So, sir,
Yes, yes.
next I would like to know, sir, like you were one of your research interests is about renewable energy system, and especially you are concentrating on solar PV testing. So, can you
Yes, yes.
just tell something about this?
And the solar PV system is what, madam, actually two things I am working on. One is the solar PV, and is the solar thermal. Solar PV is a readily available panel is available, and with that we are producing electricity. And nowadays, like the normal grid, like conventional systems are not at all working properly, and we are lack of power. So for that, this renewable energy is going to be a boost in the near future. So for that reason, the solar we are doing research on this solar PV system. And one more important thing we are working on, like the BIPV, like building integrated for PV system, where this house itself, like house paint, house glass, like the doors, windows, everything are going to be converted into solar system, so that from every corner of our house we can produce electricity and we can satisfy our loads. That's what you can say, that own generated, like self-sufficient house. It is a kind of a self-sufficient house where the house itself going to feed itself without taking anything from the other sources. So we are working on mainly on that as for the current trend.
Yes, so that needs more attention. Like in our college, also there was some interaction with the students. So one of the students just came up and said about this, like Chandrapur, the place where I belong, we have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Chandrapur super thermal power station, and
Yes, yes.
more than 25% of Maharashtra's total needs are of the electricity needs are being fulfilled by this plant. It has a total capacity of 3,340 megawatt. So this is
Yeah,
a generation capacity of the thermal power plant we have. But the students came up and said, "Ki, why you are concentrating on coal? Yes, we have great coal reserves also in our district. It is called as the city of black coal because we have so much of coal here. So the students said,
hmm,
but we have lot of solar energy also. Chandrapur is a very hot place. So why don't people concentrate on researching more on this and producing more electricity through this? Why you are concentrating on coal? So even the students are thinking in this way. So it is a great field for research and doing,
definitely.
yeah. And yes, one more of your research interest, for you have also mentioned about project planning for power substations and electrical layout. So what is? Can you just share
Yeah,
something about this?
actually, it was my past project. We have worked with many substations while the substations layout design, like with the help of AutoCAD electrical. With that, we used to design the layout for the substations and yeah, so substation as well as the distribution lines. Many projects are taken care by the Tata, and many different the industries are also involved, while like 11 kb's distribution lines they have erected in many places in Maharashtra also. Because while I'm working in Pune in one of the industries is Ramalex, there what happened, we got a project to supervise the substation of 400 kb of different insulators. Like insulators health we used to monitor. So that what happened, because like the insulator is a very important part. If something has some insulator is puncturing, means that the total system is going to be shut down. So we used to work on that as well. So mainly the substation design layout is what to make a design during the uh, beginning of the substation erection, so that what happened, they will get a rough idea that what way the total skeleton of the substation.
Okay, so that was again great to know about it. And so, okay, because you have been doing so much of different kind of projects, and you for this you must be also traveling to places like you told you have also worked in Pune. So, say, did you face any kind of difficulties while doing this project, while doing your research?
And actually, while we are doing research in these substations, by that time we face some problems related to, related to technology. We didn't face any problem, but the geographical location, the geographical location is very important while doing some kind of outdoor projects. And by that time, the places like, like Chandrapur and Akola, there, the temperature is too high, and there the working of these projects is too difficult. So this makes me one more point to shift one, to shift to the indoor research, like, like research with the academics. So that is what one more important point to add in that, why to shift to the academics by leaving this corporate world.
Wow, that's great to know that you have been to Chandrapur and you know about Chandrapur. That's great to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Answer, who are your role models?
So, role model. See, if we are in the field of research, uh, Abdul Kalam is our role model. He knows, like from grassroots to fruit, every part he has done the similar way. We are working on it, working from the grassroots, so that if you're not able to understand the root level, then how you are going to enjoy the fruit. So this the way we are working on it. So Abdul Kalam is our is my role model in the field of research.
Yeah, that's great to know. And like you were talking about the grassroots level, so yes, sir, even IDYM, Igniting Dreams of Young Minds, it is also a foundation which is working at the grassroots level, and especially for the children to give them, provide them trainings about the satellite making, about making them aware of the space, and also that is what yes, IDYM has been doing, working at the grassroots level, and that is very important. That is very
Yes.
important to work. And sir, tell something about your achievement.
Achievement in the field of corporate, when I work with Ramalex, by that time we got I means our team got best service award from the subdivisional, uh, superintendent engineering of Akola. We got an appreciation that the best service provider, that we got it during the industry. And during our research, I got many laurels from different universities during the presentation of different papers. So this is what I got it till now. It's very small, but in the field of research, I'm still we are working to achieve more things.
Yes, sir. Because that's great to know that getting appreciated by the industry persons and all, and especially when you are doing research. So that's a great thing. Like for example, when you're working in the field of research, getting appreciated for research is really a great thing that we should be doing. And so some of your future goals, long-term, short-term goals that you must have set for yourself.
So this is what, like as I am doing research on this solar industry. So my short term goal, you can say that we are not believing on the short term goals. Actually, we are working every day to achieve something like that, something unique thing, innovative thing. As I've told you, we are working on this completely self sustained house with incorporate with the renewable energy. So that's what the day when we are going to make a model of a house which can self-sustains with the help of renewable energy without taking anything from the outer world. That is what you can say that my goal. So which we can represent, we want to make a city, like make a city like the smart cities concept is going on. We want to make a city of self-sustain. That's what our aim to do.
Yeah, so that's really a unique concept that you want to build a house. So I just have a query in this. So what can you mix up some latest technologies into this? So if you're given a chance, so which technologies would you like to use in this? Some
So
latest
this is,
technology.
like it is what completely all around all kind of technology is going to be incorporate, all sort of renewable energies, like I told you, it's bricks, it's like the way we are going to paint the walls, we would the moment the way we are going to put the roof, everything is going to be a well technology based. And then what happened, if all are going to make something produce, some kind of energy they are going to produce. Either you may go for some kind of storage technology, either you can go for some kind of electricity generation technology. Everything is going to be inbuilt in that, like the house itself going to generate it, and house itself going to store it. So during the daytime, it can get it power directly from the sun. And during the nighttime, what the power is being stored, that can be utilized. This all sort of is going to be added in that.
Yes, and automation, any kind of automations that you can
Yeah,
do.
automation is quite, like there what happened, automation in the sense the house, we are going to intimate, suppose you are not in your house, you are going to get the information about your house. If something you want to make something for your children and all, this all sort of equipments what you are going to be put inside the house, they are going to be well automated and well communicated. That is what the most important thing, that each and every part of your house is going to be communicate with you. Like your door is going to communicate with you, your kitchen cutleries are going to communicate with you, what the appliances, electrical appliances are there with you, they are going to communicate with you. These are what kind of advanced technology communication systems you're going to add in that.
Yeah. Actually, it requires IoT.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yes,
IoT
IoT.
is what internet of thing, it is now become outdated. It is now we are working on internet of everything.
Yeah, it is. It has been replaced. Its name is replaced
Yeah.
right now. But we are that is, but that is a basic concept that we use.
Yes,
But
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
we are just mixing up everything now. It is not just for IoT. IoT, we have just replaced the name, but it is just the basic concept. Where for home automation, we need the
Yes,
technology.
yes.
Yes, sir. And sir, what changes do you feel in the students that are coming nowadays? Respect with
Yeah, that is what is the most. It is, like a kind of a topic of the day. You can say that, and it's a topic of the hour as well. Every time we need to think about it. The students, not only the young generation, they're completely different from others. Like they are not at all believing on what they are doing. They are just completely. It's a different creature. You can see that completely than what we were there during our study. What our elders were there. Now the generation is different. What they are, what they want to prove, they want whatever they are doing. They are thinking that this is what this is all about their world. And still you cannot blame them, because like as the system is going on, our students need to be more, like advanced, and they need to be more innovative. So many students are there. We can't say that all students are in the negative side. Many students they are coming with a brilliant ideas. They are more innovatives. Like what the way we are thinking, their thinking level is completely different. Like they are thinking out of the box. As they are practicing, or as they have seen, like they have going through many like in browsers, they are browsing many things, they are going through the many technologies. So their thinking level is a little far away from, like they are far from us. Like what way we are thinking, they are thinking little more. This, like it's a 50-50. Does another 50% students, they are like, uh, they are not dedicated. Dedication is very important. Like dedication is very important. If those are dedicating to a particular service, they can do the wonder. That is what in my point of view.
yes, the dedication is very important. And what, according to you, for the present generation, what, according to you, there should be, if you are told to discuss about few skills. So, what are those few skills that should be present in every student to be successful in their career?
The first thing is that communication. Like how best you are going to communicate, because the idea when you are going to generate, or you are going to if you have some kind of innovative thing with you, you must have the skill to sell it. Like if you are able to sell a product, a product in the sense, either it is maybe your idea, it may be what kind of prototype you are making. If you have the talent to sell, that's what you are going to achieve anything. So if you're speaking something, if somebody is going to admire you, if you're going to they are going to receive your words, you must have that skill to sell that things. Means your words must you must be able to sell your words. That is what the important part. The skill is very important, is the communication. The way you are going to communicate. If you have if you have a silly idea also, you can make it, you can furnish into a diamond. That's what the skill is very important. That skill, this communication skill is very important.
Of course, the communication is very important. And besides that, any other skills?
Any other skills means, the being an electrical engineer, I can say that you must adopt the latest technologies, like the internet of things. This is what the buzzword, along with cloud computing and data analytics, which makes the word, like data science is going on everywhere. So people are thinking that the data science is only meant for the data science, the cloud computing is only for the field of computer science. It's completely wrong. The core field like electrical, they need more compared to this other computer science and all that, the data analytics, cloud computing. Because like if you want to if you want to construct a house of like a self-sustaining house, or you can if you want to aim on this particular smart cities and all, the data is very important. So to analyze the data analytics, cloud computing is very, very important. So in the field of electrical, this AI, data analytics, and the internet of things is going to be rule for the next future.
Yes, sir. And all this, like IoT, data analytics, AI, machine learning, this
Yeah,
all topics, actually they have been included as subjects nowadays.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
scene is going on. Just some 1 or 2 years, 3 years ago, that the subjects are there in every branch of engineering. Otherwise,
Yes,
earlier it
yes.
was they studied only in computer science. Students used to
Yeah,
study this.
even the
Now
cyber
all the
security also very important. Cyber security
yes,
also,
nowadays
recently we have
every
added.
branch of engineering is studying this subject.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe they will be having just in short about this all this councils, but they all in all the branches it is there. And even for the research, everyone is using it. Everyone is using it. Okay,
Yes,
sir. And yes,
yes.
sir. Before leaving, the small message from you to all the audience, all the people who are watching us now.
Yeah, that's my the message is what, be loud, be clear, and be innovative, so that your communication will be strong.
Wow, that's really a very wonderful message to be innovative and to have your message out. So that's really great to know about you, sir. And despite of the difficulties you had on your side, some connectivity issues you had, but still you accepted our invitation to be on the show and sharing your views and especially your research interest with all of us. That was a very unique concept to know about the sustainable house that you talked. So thank you very much, sir, for joining the show and sharing your views with us, sharing your experiences with us. And also thank you, a special gratitude to the founder of Idym Group of Companies, Ravi Shankar sir. Without him, the show wouldn't happen possible. And for the opportunities that he has given to all of us to share our stories, share our inspirational stories, success stories with the world. And of course, thank you to Zenith Ma'am and our sweet CEO of ITY, Dinul Asme, for taking the efforts and continuously bringing back-to-back session of our talk show Beyond Education. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.